The next speaker will be giving a speech on behalf of the Project Search class of 2010. I would like to introduce Rebecca Anthony.
Hello, thank you all for coming to help us celebrate our high school graduation. It's been a great year. My fellow graduates and I have all enjoyed our year here at Dublin Methodist Hospital. We have had many new and exciting experiences while on Project Search. We learned how the appropriate way to handle ourselves in a job setting. We learned new skills and made many new friends. We learned things from the right way to wash our hands to how to navigate the many hallways in the hospital. We learned how and when to use our visitors. No, Mrs. K, I'm not calling just to say hello. We learned that when needed assistance, we could count on Johanna, Lisa, and Mrs. K to help us with a smile. We learned that the hospital staff was always friendly and willing to assist us in any way. We learned to work with many new people. We learned what it is to work in a setting that requires excellence from all of its employees, Project Search students included. We learned that Dublin Methodist Hospital is a great place to work. My classmates and I would like to thank Cheryl, Nate, Doug, Susan, and the many hospital associates who always had a smile for us and everyone else who helped make this year special. We would also like to thank our parents, Johanna, Lisa, and Mrs. K. Thank you for pushing us to be the best that we can be. Thank you.
Is it for you? Thank you. I'm not going to cry until the end of the ceremony. The students of the Project Search class of 2010 would each like to share a special verse. They selected a verse that was either written by someone they admire or that has special meaning to them.
There is not an option. Everyone has to succeed.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It's like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're going to get.
Supermoon is in which when without stars.
Courage does not always roar. Sometimes it is the voice at the end of the day saying, I will try again tomorrow.
Nowhere you go, no matter what the weather, always bring your own sunshine.
You have peace in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can see yourself in to change your choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. You are the guy who decided to go buy Dr. Shoes.
All your dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them.
Life's like a movie, write your own ending. Keep believing, keep pretending.
Act with is not you. It is an attitude. I would next like to introduce Laura Crum. Laura will be sharing a graduation poem. You can do it, Laura.
We're graduating friendship. We are graduating, and we know our lives will be different and new. We are going out into the world, our goals and dreams to pursue. But one thing will never ever change. As we go our separate ways, our friends we made in school will be our friends for all the days.
Our next two distinguished guests will be presenting our Project Search students with their Project Search certificates of completion, portfolios, and their high school diplomas. I would like to introduce the principal of Tolles Career and Technical Center, Mr. Steve Hall, and the superintendent of Tolles Career and Technical Center, Mr. Carl Berg.
Well, good morning. I assume it's still morning. I don't pay much attention to the clocks anymore. In the final days of school, whether it's here or at the main campus, you know, life is what it is at the moment, and we're all working toward the same end. We had our regular certification ceremony the other night for the students that have completed 2 years of Tolles, and I have to tell you that the sentiments that the young people said today were the same kind of sentiments they had there, and perhaps better said, more succinctly, more personally. It's a great feeling to have this program achieve its first year and a successful year. Stephen, who is my main confidant and often henchman for things that superintendents don't want to get blamed for, brought to me very early on. He said, Carl, we need to do something differently than what we've been doing in the past. And here's 3 or 4 areas. It seemed like forever before we could bring this particular project search to bear. And I have to give a great deal of credit to Stephen and then Kate Blatchley when she came on board, joined by Kelley Kobashigawa, joined by Ali Tusink, who fills in for Kelley when she's gone, and most assuredly for Susie when she came in from our sister school, Great Oaks, and told us about Project Search and how to work there. We have a series of partners that I need to mention. Dublin City Schools and Hilliard City Schools for finding the great young students that we have with us now. Rehab Services Center, the Franklin County Board of DD, Greenleaf with their services they provide, and of course the absolutely amazing staff here with Ohio Health's Dublin Methodist Hospital. Cheryl was fantastic to work with at the beginning. There she is, she's just trying to get a new place opened up, and then we trot with this idea that we've had forever, and I can see her eyes get about this big, and then kind of glaze over, and then that little smile, she has it right now. Yeah, we can do this. Let me work through this process. Well, being not the most patient man in the world, it seemed like the next several months were just a long period of time. But it came out great. And then with Nathan's help coming on board and absolutely his drive to it when I saw him and he went down and presented at the national level for us, and then Susan coming on board, it has just been a superintendent's and a principal's dream to see what happens here. But you know what? The most of this isn't really about us. It's about the parents who believed us and the young people who wanted this opportunity. They, with the people here, made this happen. One of my best friends growing up had a younger sister, Mary Beth Helmuth, who had disabilities that in the 50s and 60s nobody really knew how to help. This would have been a great program because, like these kids, she had so much to offer. She ended up spending a lot of time in St. Louis at a marvelous school with the same kind of things that are going on here that are so meaningful, so wonderful. And I challenge everybody in this room to make sure that this is not the only year, that next year is not the second year, but this goes on forever. Thank you.